Hello, Isaac and Friend Nation. It's Isaac, and today we're looking at Big Bird's derpy-looking cousin, aka the Qubeley, also known as the Qubeley, or as sometimes my friend tries to say, the Ubeley. I've never heard of it referred to that. Not in the anime, and certainly not among anybody I've ever talked to that happens to enjoy Gundam, quite like myself here. So, let's take a closer look at our big, white, weird, Renaissance-looking friend, and let's have a chat about it. As you can see, this figure is fairly nicely sculpted. I did some extra paint work here and there to try to give it a little bit more pop and pizzazz. As you can see, there's lots of details all across the figure. We'll move the arm. You can even see the detail in there with a little bit of technical paint that I've done. What, Moonpie? Sorry about that. Moonpie decided he had to be the center of attention. He's now sitting on my shoulder. We'll probably see him jump down here in a minute. You can see this very elongated piece in the back of his head here. Or its head, I should say. Lots of interesting bit. This actually goes up, and you can see all of the Qubeley's little bits here. We'll talk about that here in a minute. No, Petey. Not, as I turn it around and let you see. So, yeah. So, as I said, our partner here is actually pretty nice looking. It's not a bad looking figure. For those of you not familiar, the Qubeley comes from Gundam Zeta. Also from Gundam Double Zeta, where we get to see the Mark II. This Qubeley, in particular, would be piloted by a lady named by Haman Khan, the leader of Access, aka Neo Zeon. Haman Khan is presented in the anime as a ruthless femme fatale with God syndrome. Very careful and cunning, and manages to defeat the Titans alongside the Ayug by basically stabbing them in the back, tricking their leader into a trap. This is actually kind of... Hi. Hi. No, let's not show the whole universe your butt. Hi, you. Behold, your fluffy overlord, the Moon Pie. Anyway, back to Haman Khan. Haman Khan, I would describe in Zeta, is kind of, like I said, a cold-hearted femme fatale with quite a bit of angst and, well, cunning. In Double Zeta, for the first bit that we see her, she pretty much comes off as an extra creepy cougar. Just like out of nowhere. She does have her moments of being cunning and clever, but it's like she keeps trying to recruit Jadao and get in his pants. It's Gundam Double Zeta. If you haven't seen that anime, I do recommend it. It's pretty cool, but yeah, it's a lot goofier than your normal Gundam series. Sorry, 1 second. Sorry, I just needed a little bit of my energy drink, which, by the way, is a perfect little segue to let you guys know about our partner, Dubby Energy. This particular stuff that I'm drinking is their Push and Punch, which is one of their newer flavors. It's an awesome fruit punch and lemon lime flavor, and it's actually pretty good. The right amount of tart with that great taste to it. I've had every single one of their flavors. It's an all-natural energy drink, no maltodextrins, no artificial dyes or anything like that. It's perfectly healthy, safe for you, so just don't, overdose on caffeine. A single scoop of this stuff has about 150 milligrams of caffeine, and more than enough vitamin B than you'll ever need. So don't overdose on vitamins, kids. Doesn't end well for you. But overall, it's actually really good. It's better than anything else I've seen or tasted on the market. And I've tasted a lot. I've had Monster, I've had Reign, I've had Red Bull, I've had freaking Ghost. And Ghost is, in the can it's okay, but the drink is a little powdery. One of the great benefits of Dubby here is it's actually no chalk taste, no powder taste. Which is kind of weird. You don't usually get that out of this kind of stuff. But it is delicious, and it'll keep you going. Just a side note, I actually gave a buddy of mine this one time when he was over, when he was late at night, because, I knew he had to drive late into the night to get home, about an hour away. He ended up not going to bed until like 6 or 7 in the morning by the time the sun had come back up. When I say a tumbler, this stuff is powerful. I mean, it's powerful. But anywho, back to Haman Khan. This Khan can also be introduced to you in the Gundam Zeta manga, which explains why and how Char would leave and become Quattro Vagine. In the manga, Haman Khan, having the hots for good old Char, that clever bugger and ever so devilishly handsome man, she got mad because he wasn't into her, found a different girl, and the lady got pregnant, who also happened to be Haman Khan's best friend. Well, Char and her were planning on getting married. Unfortunately, Haman, being a cold, bitter lady, decided that when rebels were attacking the Axis, to not notify her friend that the rebels were coming after her. And so she was killed with Char's unborn child. Yeah. Lady was not exactly nice. So, now that we've talked about some interesting things, now and looking into movement, let's take a look at the articulation of the Qubeley, shall we? Okay, to start us off with our friend here, let's take a look at the head. The head can go up that far. It has a nice little extension of the neck here. You can also do that. Head has a very limited left or right movement. So not much there for head articulation. Looking at the shoulder pads, they can actually open up, as you can see there. They're also designed so that they can basically go forward if you want, a little bit there. Being careful with these joints. And of course they can move back. And there's a little attachment right there that goes into a slot there, and you can hook them together. Now, looking at the arm has a ball joint that can move around. Nifty little thing about this particular model is thumb is on a ball joint. Each finger has a hinge joint, another hinge joint. Be careful with these hands though, because the fingers do like coming off. Not really a lot holding them there. But each individual finger is articulated and has a double hinge joint. Moving to the chest area, this section does slide up. This part will open up here, allowing you to see a miniature Haman Khan. Torso does turn and has a nice swivel. Can go up and down. Nice little ab and back crunch. On the back, the little thing back here that holds all its little bits that are supposed to come flying out can move up and down, side to side. It is on a hinge and slight ball joint. Legs can go up so far for not too bad a kick, and have a nice little double bend. Nice. Alright. Also, these knee pads are also on a slight hinge joint and can go up and down. Foot is on a slight ball joint. However, due to the kneecap section there, you can't really turn and swivel it too much. It can go down and has a nice little toe bend downwards. And because it has a ball joint, it has a nice little pivot. Come on, you wobbly goblin. So, as I was saying, the figure is actually very nicely articulated. Plenty of movement, and it's got lots of decent range. That being said, just like I was talking about who Haman Khan was... Shite, I lost my train of thought. Alright then. The wonders of ADHD. Anywho, this thing doesn't really come with a lot of accessories. It does, however, come with this very lovely little poster. I do enjoy how this poster looks. It's not terrible. There are some features that, of course, I might have a question about. As far as the poster, it's showing a pink underlying here, but there's nothing on the figure for that. I guess you could paint it, but this doesn't look like that's paint. That looks like that's supposed to be like a plastic pink bit that's supposed to be underneath the wings there. Not included with the model, apparently. Alright then. But what other accessories does this kit have? Quite frankly, not an awful lot. It has open hands, closed hands for holding pink sabers, and, well, the pink saber blades themselves. The sabers are kept themselves into the wrists of the Qubeley right here. Honestly, there's not really here much to show accessory-wise. It pretty much has, well, not a lot, honestly. It does have the bits in the tail end if you have the appropriate kit to be able to display that you can pop out and do, but other than that, this thing doesn't have a whole lot to show. Honestly, if I had anything to say about these accessories, it's not super bad, I suppose. I did get the kit on sale for about $37. Thank goodness that Newtype.us actually has sales for model kits like this. Honestly, though, it is kind of sad that the fully articulated hands can't really hold anything without the fingers falling apart. If you're going to give me fully articulated hands, please give me the ones that work. It is good, though, that it does come with enclosed hands that can actually hold the sabers. The main reason I'm not taking them out of the clavicle to show you is, well, they're a pain in the butt to get out of there. There's a little rubber bushing that's in that wrist that keeps those things there, and it does its job pretty well. Where unlike other kits, like the Gundam Wing Proto Zero, where the sabers are just stored on little plastic clips that you can remove. Over and all, it's not that bad a kit, really. Personally, it's actually pretty decent. It's fairly solid. It's not spaghetti. It doesn't have wobbly knee syndrome like we saw with the Goth Custom. And again, that might have just been my Goth Custom's particular copy. but it's still wobbly knee syndrome. Not a fan of that. But this thing for $37, if you can pick it up on sale, yeah, if you're a fan of Zeta or Double Zeta and you happen to like this design, it's a great worth time of getting it. And of course, I'll leave the link in the description down below if you want to get one of your own. Now, how big is this thing, perhaps you might be asking? And while I forgot to do the Goff custom size comparison, I'm not forgetting this time. So let's take a look at how big it is compared to, well, other gunpla, shall we? Here's the Qubeley next to Mr. Wobbly Knees himself. Here's the Qubeley next to Char's Gelgook, version 2.0 Master Grade. Here's the Qubeley next to the Master Grade Hyzak. And here's the Qubeley next to the Gundam Eclipse as well. Here's the Qubeley next to the Burning/God Gundam. Here's the Qubeley next to the Gundam Heavy Arms Master Grade as well. Here's the Qubeley next to my RX-78-2 version 1.5 Master Grade. And finally, next to the Endless Waltz Gundam Wing Proto Zero Master Grade. Overall, this figure's not actually super terrible. And like I said, I got it on discount for about $75, or not 75, $37.50. And I believe that sale's still going on for about 10-20% off on this thing. So, if you can catch it on sale, and you happen to like this particular mobile suit, grab it. It's actually pretty solid. It's not spaghetti, it's not falling apart on you. And, as you can see, yeah, pretty solid suit. Overall, an easy 7 out of 10. Not my personal favorite, but I'm sure it's somebody's. Anyway, everyone, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below. Thank you.